Unlock your potential with a comprehensive suite of investing tools and expert education with GammaEdge. Start your free 14-day trial today. I always like to start with the Delta chart. I think the Delta chart, again, it's that gorilla in the room. And of course, markets are closed. We're looking at the screen here. When you run the DEL, you're getting the calls on the left, and you're getting the puts on the right. And the moneyness is indicated by the different colors, with the middle here being the spot price, 45.14.23, which is, I think, pretty close to where we closed, whatever the case may be. And so this is busy because tomorrow is the end of the quarter, and so there's magnitude here, and there's a lot, a lot that we see in deltas here, and these are in the money, and then the reds over here on the call side are out of the money, and the converse of that with puts here, these are all in the money that are shown green, and these are out of the money, and we respect sign when we look at deltas, so these are positive, and why this is showing positive, I'm presuming it's because we have some short interest in there or something like that. We do have, these are positive. Never mind. I thought this was extending down. There is some short interest over here, but I don't think we've got much short interest. So these are positive out of the money, positive in the money. Here we've got some short interest in the puts, back a little bit. Which is why it's extending positive. I would say the same thing here, but most of it is negative delta. And we do, just to be clear with everyone, we do track known short interest of structured trades that we're aware of, just to get them in there. It's something we have to do manually, but occasionally you'll see sign differences, and that's what's attributing to the sign differences. Okay, so with all that being said, we've got out of the money puts that are indicated at 4,500. We've got some in the money puts that are indicated at 4,550, and you can see we've got another 4,525, and then we've got some stuff up here at 4,600 on the put side, right? So these are telling us where the major sensitivities of open interest and delta is considered on the put side. Now, this will be important here in a minute, and that's why I'm covering this. Same thing over here, right? So we've got number of strikes, and you can see the projections down here, 4,500, and then there's some stuff back here. Here's some more. This is all the expiry for tomorrow, the zero, because we're after the close today. This is indicated for tomorrow. So the zero is indicated for Thursday, and you can see the different levels, and they all correspond to these spikes here. So we've got in the money calls, out of the money calls, out of the money puts, in the money puts. Okay. So when we net these together, you get this chart, and it will give you a tag in the money calls and in the money puts is what it's saying right now. Now, this is, when it says in the money puts, it's not saying that this strike is in the money puts. It's saying that this, what we call the right-hand plane, is controlled by in the money puts. So there's not enough out of the money speculation on the deltas right now. So, and if you go back to this chart, you can see that visually, your eye can see the area contained by this 0 DTE right here is it appears bigger than this, and that's why we have the in the money puts, because the puts here are controlling the conversation. Same thing over here, a lot more in the money calls than we have out of the money puts, and that is hence why this says in the money calls. And it just happens to call out the strike is because you guys asked for, give us the tallest strike on each half plane, and that's what we did here, right? So there's really two pieces of information here that are not necessarily related. One of them is what is driving the conversation on the left-hand plane, what is driving the conversation on the right-hand plane, and then what is the largest strike in each of these. Now, for delta, this is important because this is where the maximum change is going to occur for the dealers also. So as we shift price up, whether it's gamma, delta, all those secondary effects, but as price moves up, what was out of the money is now going to be in the money, and what was in the money is going to be out of the money, depending on whether you're looking at puts or calls. And knowing this page will help you infer what's going to happen. So your first takeaway, everyone, is to make sure you understand what the independent structures look like on the call side, the put side for moneyness, because as price moves through your if-then statements, you need to know, is this spike going to be controlled by a call or is it a put? And you can get that information from here. All right, so that's the delta.